So we always start with Texas stats. Get out a pen and paper or save it to your notes or wherever you put all this information so that you know what's happening in our world, in the Bikini world of Texas. So we've got 87 agents, you guys, 87 agents between our cities. And that is just Sarissa's team and Laura's team and Jordan's team and the entire Central Texas team here in Dripping Springs, Austin, and San Antonio. So 87 agents, pending volume, you guys. We hit a new record. Ready? $60 million pending right now. New record. Listing volume that you guys have right now, $57 million in listings. $57 million in listings. Units closed. As of this Monday, I don't even have today's numbers, but as of this Monday, you had 66 units already closed. That's basically 2 homes per day, you guys. That's what it's coming out to be right now. Volume closed, 24 million already. And get this one, crazy. You guys hit a new record of buyers represented. 250 buyers that you guys are representing right this second. So we're feeling tired, and I totally get that. Okay, so let's start something new this time around, right? 2021, new year, right? I want to do some shout outs for some folks who went above and beyond in January. Now we haven't done this before. So if it totally fails, just be like, oh, Adelina, that was a bad idea. Please, let's not do this anymore. But if you like it, also tell us that it's pretty cool. Let's do it again next time, right? All right. So we know that the success of our business is driven by Brivity. So I have some shout outs for what I like to call on our team, the Brivity Beast. Now, it could also be Brivity Rockstar, Brivity Superstar, whatever you want to call it. But write these down. And the reason I want you to write these down isn't because this is a ranking system or because somebody's better than somebody else. I want you to write it down so that you can go back to your numbers in Brivity and look okay, I know what the very top looks like. Where am I in context to this, right? And then also serves as inspiration of how well we could do if we wanted to. And then I can also tell you that whatever these numbers are today, I bet you February's are going to be higher, because the second we have awareness, what happens? We always improve. That's the way I do it anyway. All right. So the most text sent in Brivity across all of our teams here in Texas, the top person with 158 texts sent last month was Shelby in Dallas. 158 texts sent. The runner up to that with 136 texts sent, Akash in Dripping Springs, 136 texts sent. Great job. Now, emails. We can also send emails in Brivity. So the top person who sent emails in our organization was Kyle. Kyle in Dallas. Kyle in Dallas sent 93 separate emails that he himself sent out. Runner up to that was Rob in San Antonio, and he sent 82, right? These are good numbers to write down and go back and see, okay, well, did I send 90? Did I send 5? A lot of people are using this as a really good way of staying in touch. Let's talk about calls made in Brivity. Calls made directly in Brivity, you guys. The top person with 234 calls made in Brivity, Beth Martin in Austin. Beth, way to go. 234 calls, girl. Good job. The runner-up was Rob Lenza in San Antonio. 210 calls made. Rock on. Contacts that we logged in Brivity. I love this one. Okay. 98 contacts made in Brivity. Akash, how long have you been here?
I started the 1st of November.
Okay, all right. We see you, buddy. We see you. Thank you for using Brivity. Runner-up, Memo and Yvette in Austin with 78 contacts logged just in Brivity. Great job, guys. We know that consistently, if we meet our monthly goals, it leads to hitting our yearly goals, right? And so I have a few shout outs for like top dials, top contacts overall, and top appointments held. So here's from all the data that I received. Write this stuff down. Some of it will just kind of blow your mind. It blew my mind when I saw it. Top dials. Top dials. What does this mean? Like when we get on Mojo and we are dialing, we are looking for new business, not following up. Following up is so important, but this is brand spanking new business that we're like trying to look for. Let me tell you the winner, the top person for last month with 5,116 dials. Daniel Weiser, where are you? Daniel Weiser.
Heyo.
116 dials. Nice job, buddy. Nice job. Runner up to that, another brand new person. Where's Aliana? Aliana, 3,006 dials. 3,006 dials. Way to go. Way to go, you hustlers. All right, let's talk about contacts most overall, whether they were in Mojo or whether they were in Brivity or whether they were like networking, wherever they were, and you logged your contacts and you were a rock star. Number one that I saw from all the data that I received, 321 contacts for the month. 321 contacts goes to Memo and Yvette. Memo and Yvette. Nice job. 321 contacts. Way to go, building that business up. Runner up to that was 290. That was a very small gap between number one and number two. 290. Akash Prakash, we hear you, we see you. 290 contacts. Way to go, man. Top appointments held. This one was fun. Top appointments held. Elizabeth Gassos, I hope you're on, because 16 appointments is a heck of a lot, and you rock our world. Elizabeth in Dallas, way to go. You look good this morning, girl. All right. I would look that good too if I had 16 appointments. So that might be the secret.
I'm on a panel later, so I gotta look
Yes.
good. Sorry.
Right on. I love it. I love it. Runner up. Maria and Ashley with 15 appointments. 15 appointments. Way to go, ladies. Way to go. I mean, it's not a boys club or a girls club. It's pretty nicely set up there. And then I want to tell you guys the top 2 agents in every category in every location. So get ready for this. So let's start with Midland. So top listing agents for Midland, top 2 people. Judy Hardy, $1.2 million in new listings. Way to go. And Maria, yeah, she brought on another $1 million. $1 million in new listings in Midland. So between those 2 gals, like $2.2 million of new listings. Like we're changing the market share in those markets, right? Top pendings, Judy, 1.36 million pended. And Michael, $907,000 in pendings. And I know you guys' market has just gone all over the place, and you guys are just keeping focused and doing your job. And I love it. Top closing agents, check this out. Judy, $1.6 million, $1.6 million in closings. And runner up, Maria, she closed $447,000 in closings. Those paychecks are coming in. I love it. DFW, you're next. All right, top listing agents. We're going to want to hear something about this. Daniel Moore, $9 million in new listings. Daniel, high five, virtual high five. I love it. DJ, $8 million in new listings. Another virtual high five. We want to hear all about it and how you are crushing it. Top pending agents, so people who put under contract. Jen, where are you, Jen? I hope you're on my screen because you pended $1.2 million worth. $1.2 million, Jen, high five.
Well, then, Adelina, we probably have like 8 Jens in Texas.
Jen Velarde.
Okay.
Oh my God, yes. Jen Velarde in DFW. The one who, like, if you're following her on Instagram, you can't miss her. Can't miss her. She is very active, and I very much enjoy it. Ali Vollmer, am I saying that right? I hope so, because Ali, $1.1 million put under contract last month is awesome. I freaking love it. Top closing agents, check it out. Claudia in Dallas, $2.1 million closed. Guys, this is like most people's entire year. as an independent agent. I remember like my first year, I thought I was like doing such a bomb job with $2 million. 2.1 million for Claudia. DJ, $1.2 million closed. DJ, awesome. High five, dude. I kind of miss like the like your penthouse that you have, like the background. Where is it? You're almost baller today. You have sticky notes. I freaking love it. Okay, Austin, San Antonio, Dripping Springs, you're all mixed in together. Top listings. Amanda signed a new subdivision. She will tell us about that next week. $26 million of new listings. Pretty good. 1 year process that was. Amber took 4 listings for $1.2 million. $1.2 million. And then top pending agents, Maria and Ashley, $3.2 million in pendings. And then we got Alicia with $1.9 million in pendings. And then top closing agents, Andrea, 2.1, Andrea in Austin, $2.1 million. And I love this because she had like 5 fall through last year in January, and then she closed 5 this January. So what a fun story that will be. And then the last one is Amanda Seaman, $1.9 million closed. So this is like the top of the top of the top. So if you're like thinking, okay, what does it take to be like top 2 in the entire region, not just my city, not just number 1 to my mom and to my kids, but like top in the region, that's what it takes right now. And guys, this is just January, and we're in the middle of a pandemic. We're in the middle of a Hunger Games real estate market, and you guys are still going out there and crushing it. So this morning, I've got some panelists that I'd like to ask a few questions to, and you got my email. So if you got my email, you would know who you are. Amanda Seaman, Amber, Maria, Alicia, Andrea, Daniel, DJ, Jen, Ali, Claudia, Judy, Maria. Am I saying her name right? Paraco? One of those names, you know who you are. And then Michael. And then, yes, girl, right on. So just answer the questions that you guys feel like you want to answer. Like you don't have to answer all of them, right? But everybody on the call wants to know, where are your listings coming from, people? Where, like, if you're one of these people that I just called out, where are you taking your listings from? Just raise your hand or do an emoji or whatever so I can call on you. Tell me where your listings are coming from. We all want to know because we're all in a listing crisis right now. Don't be shy or I'll call on you. Ooh.
So my listings for
I
close.
can go first.
No, it's okay. You go. I didn't want to go.
Sorry, I was moving outside. My service is terrible where I was sitting. So if we want to talk like recent appointments and listings that have been taking, they came from circle prospecting. I have some investors that are flipping that are needing new projects to move on to. And so I actually picked up an expired in Andrews. They weren't wanting to go that way, but the people didn't even know their house had expired. They thought it was still on the market. And then past client referrals. I had a listing that had went on the market in January that was really popular, and just reaching out to all of the agents, or not all the agents, all the client or people that had responded to that post. Let's see, what are the other ones? Referrals, past client, and then, so this week I've had 4 listing appointments, and those are kind of more fresh. And so one of them was just a social media push on a listing. One of them came from a listing that just went under contract, and they were in the same subdivision. The one today is a past client. The one tomorrow is a referral from a Fort Worth agent. And then the one I have Tuesday is going to be a Sphere referral.
Nice. Okay. Working all, what I heard was like, Judy is not looking at like one side of the pie. That girl is getting it from all sides of the pie. Agent referrals, circle prospecting, expired, past clients, social media pushes. Love it. Good job. Love it. Alicia, you're up.
So for closed, pending, and active listings, 2 came from for sale by owner, 1 valuation, 1 expired from a year ago that I've been nurturing, and then agent referral within the market center.
Right on. Right on. Okay, so for sale by owners, let's add that. Valuation leads, if you're not working those, you're probably missing out. I heard expireds again. If you're not working those, you might be missing out on inventory that you could get. And then agent referrals, heard it second time today. Awesome. Who else took some listings from our top agent group? Nobody else? Nobody else? It's okay. I'll go to the next question if you're not. Daniel.
Mine's been basically a bit of a mix of everything.
Yeah, tell us.
Referrals has been a good one. I wasn't really, I don't know. I don't guess I even really built that into my 2021 plan, but maybe I should, because I've gotten several from agent and client referrals lately. So that's been nice.
What do you think
the
is
rest
contributing
is
to that? What's contributing to that?
One of the things that I do know has definitely contributed is being in the KW platform for the referrals, because there's algorithms in there. And when somebody refers you, the length of time that it takes you to respond and what you're putting in there, it causes you to be at the top of the list when people search. So I don't know, I did it really well in Colorado, and now almost every referral I get is coming out of Colorado right now because of that algorithm. And then it kind of feeds and builds on itself a little bit, and then you start getting other ones too. So that's been really good. And then past client re-engagement, just following up with them again and asking the question, not just for buyers, but do they know anybody that's looking to sell, because the inventory is so low. They've started to refer people, and so yeah, referral has been a surprising contender to be right up there right now. But other than that, it's really just continuing to work the full pie and not just a piece, because the projects they're awesome and it's great to have, but you have, like, I've been very, very well aware that the everyday business is just as important. And so that's from open house hours and circle prospecting, but then doing expireds and canceleds, which is something that several of us on our team have been working on. So just identifying a farm and going for it.
I love that. One follow-up question. For the referrals that you're receiving, like, are you just like not doing anything and they're just like coming to you, or like are you like trying to be good about like reaching out to your people? Like what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it started unexpectedly, and then what I do is I just make sure to keep in regular contact with them. We've revamped kind of our referral system on our team in Dallas. And so it's working really well. From them calling me and saying, hey, thank you for the little gift that you sent. That I didn't expect that call when it came, and that just got them to refer another agent. And so then kind of like, I'd say that's the main thing,
Okay.
keeping them updated on the process. And then from there, it's just, the client satisfaction in the end.
Right on. I love it. Well, okay. Does anybody else have a burning one to share about listings? Because I'll go to the next question if not. Okay. How are you getting offers accepted in this market? We have a crazy market. Raise your hand or put a reaction so I know that you're going to talk. How are you getting offers accepted in this market? It's a crazy market. Alicia, what are you doing?
So it really came from Ben when he met us at the beginning of the month, and Maria had asked him, how are we going to get all of these multiple offers accepted? And he said, number one, it's building your rapport with the listing agent. And so whereas before I might have just sent a text message to say, what are the other offers looking like? I'm actually picking up the phone, and if they ignore me, I call them right back and then text them and say, hey, call me when you get a chance. I'm not even letting them text me back. I want to talk to them so that I can build that rapport. And then when I am talking to them, I'm finding out what the other offers are looking like. Some agents will tell you what the other offers are. Some are a little more reserved, as I think we should be on the listing side. but I'll point blank ask them, look, I've got a cash buyer or my guy's FHA. Can you ask the seller, what does our offer need to look like today for the seller to feel comfortable and confident to execute with us today versus waiting out the weekend? And I've actually pended quite a few just by asking that question.
Say that question again.
What would our offer need to look like with this term, whether it's FHA, VA, cash? What would ours need to look like for the seller to feel comfortable and confident moving forward with an executed offer today?
Boom. Okay. I like it. I like it. Maria, your hand was up.
Yeah, so partially in line with what Alicia said, building rapport with the agent. That's something I've done, but never really strategically. I think Adelina, you started mentioning it as like a tactic. I was like, oh yeah, I should hone in on that a little more. And usually I'll ask the question more with a suggestion, like, so if we were in the 325 range, would that be competitive with the other offer? And based on their response, because yesterday I had one that was like, oh yeah, the highest, like that's hovering around some of them, but the highest offer is above that. So doing it that way, if they already have several offers in hand, it helps you gauge. And then being really quick with what Alicia said, like if that's going to be your goal, like what's it going to take to get it under contract, just literally getting your offer in within hours of it being on the market, like being super quick. And then off-market properties has been a big one. Me and Ashley have both been just scouring for those. And we've gotten 4 or 5 under contract in the past 30 days that were off market. We didn't have to compete.
Is that like off markets, like of other agents? Are you seeing them on Facebook? Are you calling? Like, what are some ways that you're getting off markets? Because I'm sure everybody would love that and then hopefully execute on it.
Yeah, some of it, the Facebook forums, and also just every agent I talk to, I'm asking if they have any listings coming soon. So 2 of them were like that, just asking other agents. And then 2 or 3 of them were from like Facebook forums and other agents posting about them. And just being quick and not making sure, hey, if we brought an offer, would you guys be willing to go under contract before hitting the market?
Yeah, I've been really surprised at the amount of people who will be open to a pre-offer contract. Like they don't always want to go on the market. Like I can't conceptualize that because I would always go on the market, but like 80% of the people that I ask, they always say, yeah, we'd be open to an off-market offer. I'm like, okay.
And the ones that have been, it's been like people who just don't want people coming through their house, and that's more important to them if they get the right offer. So yeah.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Anybody else raise your hand if you want to speak on how you're getting offers accepted. Anybody doing anything differently? No differently?
I'm also using Homeward quite a bit right now. I was able to close a VA with Homeward where they would have never had a chance to get the house. It was multiple offers, 13 offers total, but they were VA. So we just used Homeward as a cash offer and everybody won.
Right on. How are you guys keeping your pipeline full right now? Because there's a lot going on. You're obviously very busy. How are you keeping the pipeline full? Anybody doing a decent job with that can share? Not all at once. Okay. Okay. Yes.
I'll just say that was just one of the things too, kind of just goes back when we had the listing that was getting so much attention. Like I said, it went under contract in less than a week, which for Midlands market right now, that's good. Our days on market are rather high right now. And it was just when we had call night, Jordan and I both sat down and literally went out to make contact with every person that had even reacted to the post, whether they tagged somebody, they liked somebody, just reaching out. And then just trying to host more open houses for sure, just because I feel like we're seeing a lot of people come into the open houses that are unrepresented or not working with a client, but we're hearing a lot like, you don't have to have the oil field money in West Texas anymore to be able to buy a house with what our market's doing. So you're getting a lot of people that are curious and are out looking that weren't necessarily looking a year and a half ago.
Right on, Judy. And when you say reaching out to everybody on your Facebook that reacts to your posts, like, are you like DMing them, or are you just like saying a cute something in the post?
Oh no, messaging every one of them.
Okay, so
That
you're
took basically my whole like our whole call night the last time was literally, and I actually, I mean, one that was kind of cool from it is I messaged one girl that was looking for an investment property as well as a home for herself. And after we had the first meeting, it come to find out that her mom is actually a custom home builder that was looking for a new agent. And so that led to an investment property, as well as I had a meeting with them, and they're building, they have 2 lots they're fixing to build 3,000 square foot custom homes on in Cheney Ranch, which is a pretty popular subdivision. But most of the homes out there are about 700 to $1 million. And she was needing a new agent. And so she's just waiting for the final architectural approval for those new constructions. And then once they get ground broke, she wants me to list both of those.
right on. Okay, so I want to make sure everybody heard that. You guys, I see all of your posts. You guys have amazing posts. Like, this group right here is active on social media. Take it to the next level and reach out to the people who actually like or comment and all of that stuff, because that's like the lead generation portion of it, right? The other, like, just posting something that's called marketing, right? And marketing is great, right? Like, I mean, you should definitely do marketing, but when you take it to the next level and you're now like reaching out to those people, like, that's where it changes from like a cute social media post to like a business making post. And be normal, like, don't be awkward like that, like, you know, don't like harass people, you know, stuff like that. Okay, how are you? Okay, so let's end with this. You guys are really super busy right now. Give me something how you're managing your time being so freaking busy, or something that you learned last month.
I am protecting my time, and so keeping my priorities, which is God, Luke, and then my business, and honoring that, especially right now with the crazy business that's going on. I'm having very direct conversations with my clients and letting them know what the heartbeat, what the pulse is in the market right now, what it actually looks like. So my conversations kind of sound like, hey guys, I'm so excited. You know, you guys finally got pre-approved. So here's kind of the rundown on the market. It's crazy. Unless we're willing to write 15 grand over list price for a home and pay title, HOA, transfer docs, and quick close, it's probably best that I'm just, you know, I know it sounds kind of really inappropriate and direct, but I say it a lot better. But it's, unless you're willing to do those things, it's not even worth getting in the car, taking your time to drive the 45 minutes to go see it. So with that being said, you know, we're not looky-loos or nosy Nancy's. We're shopping for a house. I want to make sure that I put you in the right areas, that you're going to get a good return on your investment. I get nauseous having to write contracts to win multiple offer situations for over 20 grand, knowing that you're going to have to come out of pocket the difference in appraisal. So here is another creative idea. I have I'm kind of in the know of these new development, new areas. So instead of you paying 15 to 20 grand over and paying the seller's closing costs and HOA transfers, how about let's go new build, new construction? If we look in Fairfield, McKinney, Princeton area, you're going to be insulated in a great area because of the school district alone. Right now with new construction, prices are increasing by $5,000 every 3.5 weeks. And the only reason why I know that is because I have 2 really good builder relationships, and I constantly ask them for their pricing sheet. Send me your updated pricing sheet. I also use that updated pricing sheet as a tool for my buyers. Hey guys, in case, you know, remember that house that I was telling you about 2 months ago? Look what it's listed for now, new construction. So the only deal I know everyone wants a deal. The only deal I can offer you right now is if we go new construction, and then they don't know this, but we tell them, I can usually get the builder to pay for at least 2% of your closing costs. And, you know, if not, then we can try BKCO mortgage, get the $1,000 credit, zero loan fees, lender fees, and that can save you at least $2,500 there. What is more important to you? Is it saving money coming out of pocket for the appraisal? And it gives you that opportunity to have those tough conversations with them and educate them about the entire purchasing process from start to finish and what it looks like. It seems so now by protecting my time, I'm sending all my hot buyers. If you're not working your hot buyers, I would highly suggest that every Thursday you set a task, a reoccurring task, or it could be if you have amazing VAs or operations people to start a hot campaign, a hot drip campaign for your buyers. Every Thursday, set a task to send them an open house list that meet their criteria. I got an idea from a Bold coach that said, print out like an open house pass. It's literally like my email signature that says, please send seller disclosure to listing agent here. I did a PDF document, sent like 6 of them, perforated lines. They can cut it, present it to the agents or the new builders. I also give them a list of new build communities in the areas that they're looking for. And I call the builder and I set up the appointment time for them so that I'm in the books. So there's no shade, you know, but like commissions, who show, all of that. So if you're proactive on the weekends, y'all, the last 3 weekends, I've been sitting right here at my computer writing offers or looking up comps. And I'll tell them, look, I know HGTV makes us realtors look like glorified door openers, and we can be that, but my value comes to you in making sure that I present you or represent you to the best of my ability inside of the contract. So
Right
you tell me what you want. You know, you look at all the houses your heart desires, and then tell me your top 5. I'll be on the background. I'll be in the back. You know, or as you're going from house to house, what did you think? Is that even me worth pulling comps? Is that worth me digging more? Is it an absolute yes? Is it an absolute no? I actually tell them, is it a hell yeah or an absolute no?
Right
That's
on. So I want everybody to hear that. So what Jenna's doing is she is leveraging open houses in this crazy hot market that we're all in, and she's leveraging the builders, and the clients are going to show themselves the houses apparently, right? So then Jen gets to be like one of the first offers that goes in because she's over there writing the offers as they come in. I hear you. And you got to do what you got to do in this market. Anybody else protecting their time differently, or something that you learned that would be important for everybody here in the last 5 minutes of our call? You all got it?
You know, again, on year 2, round 1, right? And we always hear, you know, listings are leverage, and we listen to our EPs, and nothing ever really sets in until you do it yourself. It's kind of like when mom used to tell us, you know, nothing good ever happens after 9 p.m. on the weekends, right? And then you hang out after 9 p.m. on the weekends and you see all the terrible mistakes you've made. Listings are truly leverage, guys. That's what's keeping my pipeline going, is all of the quickly and sign calls and Zillow calls off of, not the Zillow paid, but the Zillow calls off of the listing. That's what's keeping my buyer pipeline full, is those listings. And as I see it kind of dwindle down because I didn't do my listing activities at the end of the year like I was supposed to, I'm starting to panic a little bit. And I'm like, oh gosh, I got to get those back up. And so that's what I learned, that our EP moms and dads are actually right, and we should get more listings.
Right on. And in this market, who has the power? Is it the buyer agent or the listing agent?
100% the listing agents.
100% the listing agents, you guys. 100% the listing agents. I remember Gary Keller saying back in the day, he would say, why is it that agents don't protect that 1 hour block or that 2 hour block or 3 hour block in the mornings? Why is it, you know? And he would say all the time, he'd like, pretend it's a listing appointment. You would never miss that listing appointment. You would never miss it. So write it down in your calendar that it's a listing appointment with yourself every morning from 9 to 10 or from 10 to 11 or from 9:30 to 10:30. Like that's your listing appointment with yourself to make sure that you get to control the market. Otherwise, you get to be, well, somebody said it, I didn't say it, but they would say that you get to be the slave of the market, right? Like, I mean, we know paychecks all cash the same, buyers and sellers all cash the same, right? And yet we also know that listings beget other listings, right? So all we need is one, and then we need two, and then it's this momentum that happens. I'll end with I was telling the Austin team earlier this week, and you guys have probably heard this before, but let me share it with you guys. So there's a saying that says, every morning in Africa, a gazelle wakes up. It knows it must run faster than the fastest lion or it will be killed. Every morning in Africa, a lion wakes up and it knows it must outrun the slowest gazelle or it will starve to death. So it doesn't matter whether you're a lion or a gazelle, when the sun comes up every morning, you gotta start running. And we're in a market where, like, it doesn't matter what your personality type is. It doesn't matter how much sales skills you have. We just talked about this morning, like Daniel Weiser with 5,116 calls, right? And he started, I think, like in the last 6 months, right? I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. It could be somebody who's been here 10 years. You could be Elizabeth Gassos, or you could be DJ or Daniel or Maria, right? Like the playing field is pretty level right now. Because you could be either a lion or a gazelle and you can still start running and still win in this market. It is completely dependent upon your activities right now. So last week we heard Robbie Sands was talking about like that 1 hour being protected. You may only have 1 hour. If you're a busy agent right now, that might be all you can give to your business in lead generation. Give that 1 hour, right? Or you might be brand new and you might have 3 hours to give to lead generation and lead follow-up. Give those 3 hours, right? It's going to be different depending on who you are and where you are in your business. The important thing is you got to start running. Without running right now in this market, like it's moving so fast that you're going to be left behind. So I just want to make sure that you guys know, like we're here for you guys. I'm telling you, like the people that support you are just top notch. I get to talk to them all the time, like Sarissa and Natalie and Laura and Valeria and everybody, like they are like on it for you guys. So go ahead and like make a mess and get some chaos going and go out and get deals, and we'll figure it out past that. We'll figure it out. Like we will help and support you guys. So don't let anything that's stuck in your head like be stuck there. You just got to get out of your head. You got to go do it, because the market's going to pass you up. It's not going to get any easier this year. This is it. This is the market. So we get a choice. Like we can either be a slow gazelle or we can be a fast gazelle. We can either be a slow lion or a fast lion. Your choice. But we're here to support you in doing that. Have a great rest of your week and weekend. And then next week, we're going to have Amanda Seaman. She's going to talk us through the steps that she took with the current development that she took. It's a $26 million development. And she'll go over some of her real estate story of how she got here, how she got this particular client, and what it's looking like to service a client at that level and continue to keep up your business, because that's only one client. She has to have a lot of clients to be able to make the money she wants to make. So excited about that. Guys, have a good rest of your time, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.